Hey, James Willoughby here, giving you another installment of what's going on in the Austin real estate market week ending June 19th. Today is the 21st, first day of summer. Um, in real estate terms, we're in the doldrums of summer. We just got through a bunch of people coming off of vacation, including myself, and we'll see the market activity a little bit higher, I think, in the next couple of weeks. Now that people are coming back from vacations, here are the quick numbers. Number of new listings for the week: 944. 914 of those went pending, and that gives us an absorption rate or weeks of inventory of 10.5 weeks. So inventory, continues to climb because the number of pendings is not outstripping the number of new listings. But you can see that the gap has pulled in, so we're getting a little tighter. A lot of people, once school let out, you can see the green graph are new listings. So despite the fact that you can barely see the gap there, there was like 150 to almost 200 gap there for a couple of weeks. Now we've closed the gap, so the number of new listings is slowing down a little bit, and so we're catching up a little bit on that. So the inventory is not getting out of control. What's interesting to me is the number of price improvements. Last year this time we were, in the 1,200 range. We're at, per week, and now we're seeing that we're above 1,400. So what that's telling me is that with more inventory on the market, sellers are improving their price to be more competitive to get their homes under contract. And the all-important weeks of inventory, you can see that we've been above 10 weeks of inventory for a little while. We were, in April, it was a little bit less because we had fewer homes going on the market and less inventory. But we're doing much better than we were last year because we went all the way up to 20 weeks of inventory. So towards the end of last year. And interest rates have been pretty flat the last several weeks. We're right here, just 6.75. This is the Fannie Mae statistics. I could definitely find you a lower rate than that. Depends on points and all that. That's 30-year fixed. Median price, we went over that last week. That's 2 weeks ago. That's still, we kind of leveled out there. So we're not really seeing price growth because of the inventory growth. And one other statistic that I was going to show you is year-over-year stats. We're showing that last year in June, same week of June, we had 4,654 listings. Now we have 9,200. Although you can see that even though we had more listings come on the market this week, our weeks of inventory, this is a annualized number, 11.5 weeks of inventory versus 5.9. So you can see that homes were definitely selling faster last year. We had interest rates were at 5.7 versus 6.7. So you can see that is 1% higher. And then you can see the median sales price has dropped about 15% since last year, as has the number of closings. So I think we'll see some of these numbers change a little bit. We'll review that again soon. That way you can see what's going on. So really the bottom line here is, we have a few homes that we're not seeing any showings on, and we, price wise, we're, coming back to this graph here, but I think this is important to look at because, we really only have two volume control knobs on whether a home's going to sell or not. One is condition, and versus the comparable sales. And then the other one is price versus the comparable sales. So I've got several listings that are in what I call no man's land. You know, for you have 8 to 10 showings in the first couple of weeks and no offers, then we'll probably need to adjust the price or maybe improve the condition or maybe a little bit of both. And then we also have a few listings that are what I call out of the market. They're 5 to 10% off on what the price should be because we've had no offers and very limited showings, less than 8 showings in the first couple of weeks. We've got some that have had a couple that have had no showings at all. So that means that they're no matter how nice they are and condition wise, they can be in the perfect condition, but if we're up here out of the market, not competing on price, then we're not getting the showings at all. So if you're a seller right now, I would pay attention to that because we are definitely still seeing showings. The market is not dead by any means, as you can see, because we're selling nearly 1,000 homes a week. So it's time to really knuckle down on pricing if that's the case. Anyway, so that's the update for the week. We'll get back with you next week. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.